What's up, YouTube? Tesla Tuesday. Told you guys this video is coming. So we got the announcement, right? So Tesla's going to be included in the S&P 500 all at once on the December 21st, right? So indexers, they have 3 days prior to start buying and getting into that, which will be a pretty large order, depending on how big Tesla is at the time. It's going to be quite the crazy day. So outside of Tesla, they need to get that money from somewhere. So they're going to scale out of these other companies to be able to afford Tesla. So somebody's probably going to, well, first of all, someone's going to get the boot out of the S&P. Some of these other companies, I don't want to say they're going to get smoked, but Tesla's a pretty big company. So some of these guys are going to have to probably take a hit to afford Tesla. So we got the announcement yesterday. We bounced out of this zone. Now, I drew this zone yesterday, and we watched it dip right down to it. We bounced right out, and we got the news, right? We got the news. We bounced out. Today, we saw some profit taking. Relatively quiet day. And I kind of think it is a look around, see who's thinking what kind of day. This isn't panic. I don't know if I'd even call this profit taking. Like, there's somebody looking at an indicator thinking it's probably overbought. I should sell it. There's a few ways to look at this, but I would not look at this thinking it's its normal Tesla shenanigans. Usually Tesla will make a run up, and then it'll go sideways, and we'll make it the next leg up. But we got this December 21st, like D-Day, right around the corner. We got right here. Let's officially chart it out. So on the 21st, right there, 21st, a big order is coming into play. Well, we'll fade it out a little bit. Coming into play, a lot of shares need to be bought for Tesla. Tesla's pretty liquid. There's a lot of it in there, so it'll probably eat this up, but still, supply and demand, that's a lot of demand coming in. So right now, what I'm keeping an eye on, so yes, I'm still bullish. Kind of watching out, so I'm on the 4-hour chart right here. Kind of keeping an eye on, is this a high or low? Is this a low or high? You know, just looking at it, it almost just makes you want to draw out a pennant shape. So I don't know how many people, I don't like just drawing random shapes, but I don't know how many people just kind of have that. So I'll keep an eye on that. We'll put that up there tentatively for now. Jumping into the hourly, we sold off, right? Got a little bit of profit taking, and we're holding right here. So hourly, not doing, if you're bearish, that's not the best look for you. And we did this here, like we kind of based out, but we kind of got a little iffy spot right here. So if we're going to do that again, another area of attention, it's kind of right here. I'm going to make that purple. Right, these zones, they're actually not magic. They're created from the candles, that balance of supply and demand, where that game of tug of war is being played, where the buyers are met with sellers equally, and it's not until we get that imbalance that we make that move. So, you know, there's 50 sellers, there's 50 buyers. Your 50 sellers are saying RSI is too hot. Got to sell this thing. It's got to come down. Look at the chart. Whether they're playing roulette or not, that's what they're thinking. Buyers are thinking, haven't you heard? This thing's going to the moon. And now they're equally met. Now the second there's a crack in the wall, one of those plays, maybe it's not so much. Maybe we go sideways. The indicators cool off. Now all of a sudden, they're not so quick to sell, right? Either the sellers back off or the buyers grab their friends, and then we start pushing up again. When there's that imbalance, we'll make that move again. So I'm looking for where that might be. Now, if we were going to grab just this leg down, this interaction right here, if we were going to zone this out, it's probably like something similar to that. So we're kind of bullish above this 600 level, bearish below this 560. It coming all in on the 21st, we know there's a huge order coming in, which should be pretty awesome, right? Can you get to buy knowing there is going to be a sucker at the end selling those shares? You get to run this thing up and have a heyday with it, knowing you're going to be able to dump those shares. So right now the question is, going into that day, is it worth the market maker's time, or these individual hedge funds, is it worth their time to mess with the retail traders? Is it worth their time to run stop hunts and drop the price and just get everybody to freak out and panic sell, buy back in, run it back up? Or is there enough meat on the bones to just everybody enjoy the ride up? You know, let the indexers take the heat later. I'm going to fine tune this on the hourly right here. So we're going to keep an eye there. I'm going to lean towards bullish on this. I don't even see it going sideways, to be honest. I think we're kind of kind of gearing up. Now we can even check flow today. As far as Tesla goes, I pulled this up. Nothing. 4.2 million on one order. That was a February 19th of 21. 600 strikes. So they obviously think it's going to go past that to put 4.2 million on. They think it's going to well past that for that to even be profitable. Or they think it's going to just tank, and they sold every one of those. No one in their right mind, no profitable trader shorting Tesla right now. I'll put it that way. Maybe a scalp, maybe intraday. If you're loading up thinking, oh, this thing's going to the floor, if you're still riding that bankrupt train or it's going to go to 300 or 200, that's probably why you're not profitable, right? Don't quit your day job. Let's just stick to what you're good at. If we look over here, I don't think there's actually any puts at all in this. Nikola puts, man, I was upset. Yesterday I saw that green candle. I haven't traded Nikola, and I thought this is the time to get back in. But then, you know, pre-market, it just sold off. That thing's going to the floor, by the way. So nothing but calls here for Tesla. So I gotta say, I think we're pretty bullish on this one. We're even starting to round up right now. Power, again, we sold off sideways all day. I don't think it's the normal shenanigans. We have our zones 598 to 604. Speed bump zone right here in the middle. I think we're just gearing up. I think we're about to exhaust these sellers right here. Now, obviously, nothing changes, guys. I'm going to take this day by day, which is kind of what I told my mentorship group to do. As fundamentally speaking, there's not a bearish case for this right now. The only people that are thinking short this or anything else is it's too high. Right? You're just coming to the market. I can't buy it. It's too high. All right. Sweet. That's your only bear case. The question is, again, first of all, who's selling it? What are they trying to do when they do sell it? So keeping an eye on that pennant, checking any other higher time frames, sideways all day, hourly, kind of basing out here on the hourly, 4 hours, still giving us an inside day. Right? We sold off, kind of went zone to zone. Yeah, I just drew that out, so I don't like saying zone to zone if I literally just drew it out, but right here, I think a higher low. I do think we're starting to break out and push up. Check the daily. That's a completely bearish engulfing candle. It's still gapped up. Sold off. Inside day for nothing. Let's make the retail crew happy. There's a gap fill right here. If you think that's going to fill, it'll jump to 520. But if you think this one's going to fill, your support's down there's 489. Unless we're going to fill... No, we already filled that gap. Well, maybe we might fill this one. So maybe a Tesla bears out there. There's a chance. We fill that gap. We run her right into the dirt. And 400 bucks would be the dirt for Tesla. I don't know anyone that would let it get that low. I think I would have probably at that point way too much invested into Tesla. Let's check every time frame. Let's just cover all bases here. Weekly. What, had 2 good weeks? Now we think it's gonna pump or just drop all of a sudden? I don't think it's gonna. I don't think we can look to the past and do any of these. And hopefully, I'm just deflating all of your guys' plans, right? Because nothing in the past is what it's doing right now, right? Patterns repeat themselves. I get that. It has never been this unique scenario. Companies have joined the S&P 500. They've been in smaller products. They've never just jumped out of the gate into the S&P 500. They've never been of Tesla's size. No one knows how this is going to play out because no one's seen this before. No one can look back and say, we did this last time, we'll do this time. There is none of that going on. So speculative at best for anyone, bulls and bears, which is why I'm taking it down and just going to take this day by day. I am swinging it. I'll probably remain bullish unless we see something crazy. I don't see why anyone would short it, so I doubt I get put on the bear bus, the short bus. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. I try to keep it short, sweet. I tried to cover literally all bases on this. We got our 2 zones we're looking for. Speed bump zone in the middle. Inclusion all on the 21st. They can buy 3 days prior to that. So keep an eye on. Let me know in the comments down below. Where are you buying? Where are you selling? What you're playing? Let me know so I can interact with you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow live after hours. We'll do a midweek market breakdown, break down some tickers for you guys, and see where we're going the rest of the week.